everyone, and welcome back to Great Lakes Power Stroke FX4. Today we're going to do a really quick impromptu video. It is really hot. As you can see, it's 100 degrees outside, approximately, if that gauge is right. We're in my dad's 2016 Cummins manual trans. I wanted to do a super quick fitment review of the Method Grid titanium in color, so the gray with the black ring on it. They're 17 by 8.5 and 0 in 4.75 for offset and back spacing. So basically we're looking at how do they fit and how do they look, and it's going to be super quick because it's extremely hot and I have to go home and mow the lawn. So yep, that's for this Saturday for you. So this is a, as I said, Cummins Tradesman 2500 manual trans, awesome truck. Everything you need and nothing you don't. It does have electric door locks and all that fun stuff, electric windows. Basic radio works fine. Nothing too special. It's been very reliable. It has 28,000 miles on it. That is not high mileage by any means, but it has been relatively trouble-free. I guess I should probably do a full review on this truck because I love this truck. We did have he had a valve cover gasket leak on top, or on the very back of the engine, which caused oil to drip down into the vent area in the clutch area on the trans, and therefore it got oil all over the clutch and it slipped like crazy. They had to replace everything. They replaced the entire unit, so there wasn't a chance of having any future slippage, because once the oil gets onto that flywheel, it's just a mess. So it all got replaced under warranty. That stuff happens. Why it happened, I don't really know. I'm hoping it's not a crankcase breather issue. I'm hoping it was just somebody put the seal on too fast whenever they built the engine. But that's really the only problem the truck's had. And it got us home, and the clutch was slipping like crazy, but it's just a matter of driving it smart. Anyway, so this truck is at stock height. It doesn't have the plow prep package. It is at 2500. It is a 4-door crew cab, short bed, has ram boxes. There isn't that much in the truck. I'm currently in the truck, but I'll get out of the truck when I walk around it. I have a chainsaw in the truck and a couple other things because I was doing some yard work and whatever. And the ram boxes have hitches and stuff like that. So for all intents and purposes, it's probably got a couple hundred extra pounds of stuff on the truck, or in the truck, besides what would be in a completely empty truck with, how much fuel do we have? 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so that'll give you an idea of how it's trimmed. It does not have a leveling kit, and in any way, shape, or form, this is how the truck sits as it came from the factory. This truck came with the gray steel wheels. He ordered it that way simply because he knew he wanted to put better looking wheels on, and I got these for him because I kind of, I like trucks, and I picked out what I think looks pretty dang good. The tires that are on it, we put on, because they still had life on when I traded in my Power Wagon. They're 33 12.5 E-rated General Grabbers. Great tire. I put 26,000 miles on them myself, and they've been on here for probably another 7 or 8. So there's a fair amount of miles on them, almost 35,000 miles on these tires. They have been towed with many times. They've gone off-roading. The Power Wagon did some pretty serious off-roading in sand, dirt, rock. That I had the Power Wagon before I started this channel, so unfortunately that was not part of where that now since has passed. So anyway, these are the tires off that truck. They are probably approaching half worn now. This truck is driven pretty sanely. My dad drives very slow. When I drive it, I just love driving this truck. I don't really hot rod it around. It's not a super fast truck. As you can imagine, these modern trucks, this is undeleted, I should probably mention. This truck is, as it is, def gauge. This truck works. The only light we have blinking is the parking brake light, and I haven't put, actually, there is sensors in these tires. My dad did put those on there. Where the heck is that? Vehicle info, over, down. But, the stock baloney skins that were on here required 80, and we're not putting 80 into 33 12.5. That's definitely not rated for 80 pounds of pressure. So that's kind of what you're stuck with. There are a couple programs you can use to change that tire pressure, and I suppose when we get to that point, if we really care all that much, but honestly, I don't care about seeing the gauge. Tire pressure gauges are, to me, about the most useless piece of equipment on trucks, and the fact that there's an idiot light that I have to deal with on here is honestly a little bit unnerving and irritating. but it's something that we all have to deal with. So, like I said, this is zero offset, 4.75 back space, 9.5-inch wheel, 12.5-inch wide tire. These tires are over 50% tread. They're probably 60 or 65, maybe. I don't know. They're somewhere around there. And I have the wheel currently turned all the way over that I can leave it at, and I'll turn it back the other way so you can see clearances. I think you could fit a 35 on here with rubbing, with zero offset. This truck looks amazing. I'm about to walk around it right now. It's already a 5-minute video, so I'm going to cut to the chase and walk around it right now. Thank you, everyone, and I'm going to do a quick walk around, and then I'm going to go home and do some more yard work. Thank you again for tuning into the channel. I'm just going to walk around and show you how it looks and show you the clearances in the front. The rear, obviously, could probably fit a 40 or a 37 stock. They have a ton of clearance in the back of these trucks stock. So I'm going to walk around the rear, or I'll walk around the rear, won't pay too much attention to it. The front is really where we're going to pay attention, because obviously that's what we care about. So, all right, I'm going to go do that. The water that's from the AC. Alright guys, so like I said, that was a super quick walk around. They look awesome on this truck. 35s probably would look better, but we don't really need 35s on this truck. My dad tows a lot with it. What off-roading we do is mostly just to explore. It's not anything crazy where you need to have the clearance from the axles. So 33s are just a really, really nice tire size. They really work well if you're not pushing the limits of the truck. This truck, being it has solid axles, the rear differential is a limited slip if you want differential. It doesn't work well when you have the tire up in the air, obviously, like any non-locker would perform. But for what this truck is and what it's used for, 33s are all we need to have. I love the grabbers. I will do a whole review on the grabbers. I have 35s on my Power Stroke. I had these specific tires on my Power Wagon for a pretty substantial period of time, to which I did a lot of road driving, a lot of highway driving, a lot of slow driving, a lot of off-roading, a lot of dirt roading. So just a whole span of what you'd use a pickup truck for, towing included. Relatively heavy towing at or above the truck's rated capacity. Definitely wasn't below it. It wasn't substantially below it. The black trailer weighs probably, I haven't weighed it, but I'm going to guess about 4,000 pounds without anything in it. Maybe 38, 4,000. By the time you put stuff in it, you're like quads, a bunch of dirt bikes, gear, fuel, it adds up pretty quick. Jack for the truck and for the trailer, extra tires, that kind of stuff when you really load up a truck. Anyway, getting off a tangent here. I'm going to drop back in here. Method makes a beautiful wheel. The gray looks amazing on the red. So if you're looking at those Method grids and want to see what they look like, that's what they look like. The gray looks excellent with the red. I would have to assume gray looks amazing with other colors of truck. So if you have a different color truck, if you have a Dodge 2500, whether it's a Power Wagon, whether it's a Cummins, whether it's a non-Power Wagon gasser, there's your looking at offset. It sticks out about 2 inches, 1 3/4 inches. It looks beautiful. I mean, sure, you're going to throw some rocks. That is the downside of having offset on your wheels. However, the truck is much more stable. It's extremely stable, actually. This truck is, we have had it relatively far over when we're off-roading it, and I know for a fact this truck is more than stable. So that offset is really great for that. It looks good, handles well. This truck does not rub in any fashion at all on 3312.5s with zero. I'm sure it would rub and would require some trimming, especially in the back corners of the wheel well by the cab. That would definitely be required with 35s for sure. But with 33s, I mean, 33 is not a small tire. A long time ago, 33s were considered a big tire. Things have now changed with better drive lines and everything and more horsepower, where turning 37s or 40s isn't such a big deal, especially with these modern diesels. This is a 342 gear truck with manual trans, and it improved for sure drivability. The gear ratio spread, if you have a G56, this matters to you. It's just a really nice truck to drive now with a little bit bigger tires. The stock tires were tiny. I think they were 245, 65 R17s. They were tiny. In fact, my girlfriend's Jeep has bigger stock has bigger tires on it than this truck had. It's pretty pathetic. So a little bit of a wrap up. Method grids, titanium, zero, look great. 17 by 8.5 with 3312.5s. That's what they look like. You guys all have a wonderful day, and this is the first non-Power Stroke related conversation, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. You guys with 2500 HDs or 2500 Dodges. This is for you and 3500 Dodges. You guys all have a wonderful day. Stay cool out there. Bye.